Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just click the link in the show description to support now.
Lios Enchim Anyavu. Greetings, everyone. May the Creator bless you all. And welcome to my podcast, the Good to E Medicine Podcast. I'll be your host, Pete Rodriguez.
All my native people stand up. All my native people stand up.
Don't you even know how to be a real Indian? I guess not.
Wednesday, February 8th. It is a beautiful day here in Tucson. It is currently 66 degrees. 3 p.m. I figure I'd catch everyone up on the podcast during my walk. I'm using just for myself, a wireless Go 2 wireless mic to record this podcast. So we'll see how it goes. It takes me about 20 minutes to walk a mile. So I figure I'd record an episode real quick and update to what's going on. I am really busy, so I figure I better just record. I got 20 minutes. I can record a quick episode as I do my daily walk. So, first one is the Pascua Yaqui Tribe Festival of the Arts. It was held February 4th of this year. I got to participate, which was really cool. I got to promote the podcast. Actually, I met a couple listeners. I had a QR code at my booth. It's the first time ever setting up for a festival of any kind. And it's the first time I've done any artwork in about 20 years. Just a little background or context. I went to school, actually right out of high school. I wanted to be a graphic designer and go into art and do things like that. So I had a background in art, but I just never, I had some commission work. I went to school. I got a degree for that. I did some designs and, like I said, logos for local organizations in school. I got some commission work to do some posters, but I never really made a huge career because that was always very competitive in the advertising art in this industry in Tucson area. Back then, this was like the 90s, so all the technology has changed. Now you can be a content creator and do a lot of work and do a lot of things. But back then, there wasn't too much competition, and it was a long time ago. So that's what my first passion was, and I did some work in the field, freelancing, nothing major, murals, paintings. My favorite is acrylic on canvas. I've done airbrushing, I've done large murals, I've done logo designs, things like that. A little extra cash. But then I'd stopped like maybe 20 some years ago. I just stopped painting. I guess I lost passion for it. I'm not sure. Just got busy. I think that's the same time I started the business, DJ business. I'm sorry if there's cars passing by. I'm close to the road. And then, so let's see. Fast forward a couple years, did the business, worked the casino, did a lot of work. But that was my first passion, was art. And I really loved it. Then I started getting into photography and more design work and content creation. But anyways, fast forward to 2023, I decided to start painting again. So I went out and bought some acrylic paints. They're pretty expensive. I wanted to paint, and I saw the Pascua Yaqui Festival of the Arts come up. And I made up my mind. I said, I'm just going to put in my application, pay the fees, and join my first art festival. So that's what happened. I decided I didn't know what I got myself into, really. I looked through all my art supplies and they were all gone. I found 3 canvases, which was really good. No paints. I don't know what happened to them. I think they all dried up, or I must have just tossed them. No brushes. I was looking for my old brushes, my old paints, my old art supplies. And I found some, but no paint. I found a little carton of paints, acrylic paints, no brushes. Luckily, my future daughter-in-law, she's an artist too, really talented. She let me borrow some of her paints and a lot of her brushes, so that's where I started. And I had 3 canvases, 16 by 20, I think the canvases were. So that's where I started, and I made up my mind to start with those 3 pictures. And if you look at my artwork previous, it's mostly, my style is, of course, outdoors, nature, landscape. I live in the Southwest, so you see a lot of sunsets in my past pictures. Of course, the culture, yaqui, deer dancers, hummingbirds, roses, flowers. Also the Hispanic side, a little bit of the culture from the Latin side of our culture here. But a lot of clouds, saguaros, desert, plant life, wildlife. You'll see that in a lot of my paintings. So I wanted to do something along the same lines, but maybe a little bit more abstract, a little bit different. So I wanted to try something new. So to try something different, but still keep with the landscape, mountains, the sky, clouds, sunsets, of course. I love sunsets. So I started with 3 designs. The first one was a sunset over at the San Javier Mission, looking over from, the picture was taken from Grotto Hill, looking over towards the sunset, San Javier Mission. So that one, it was a really fiery sunset. I've always wanted to paint that. And it came out nice. That was my first painting in like 20 years or so. I really liked the way that one came out. The second painting was another picture that I took over in Avra Valley. And that one also looking over the valley from a hiking point up at the west Tucson Mountains. And that one I did had some saguaros in it, barrel cactuses, and of course the sky with clouds. And I put a maso, a yaqui deer dancer, but I didn't want to draw like a deer dancer like I have before. You see a lot in paintings and drawings all over. I want to do a little abstract, so I did a silhouette and I painted the inside of the deer dancer red with yellow inside, inspired like almost like a fiery coming inside from inside the painting. So that one came out really nice. I really liked that one. And actually I took that one and all the other ones, the other 2 to the festival, and that one sold first. The one with the fiery deer dancer abstract picture. And the last painting I did was also a picture. It was an abstract of the desert here, more closer to home here at the Black Mountains. You could see the Black Mountains in the picture. Hopefully I can upload some of these to the podcast as links so you can see them. If not, I'm gonna see if I can turn this audio into YouTube, and I'll put the pictures. I'll make it like a YouTube video /podcast. And FYI, I'm planning to do more YouTube content with the podcast. So I'm going to be using StreamYard and maybe a couple more apps to actually tape the videos on YouTube for the listeners. You still have the option to listen audio, but I want also to do the YouTube. But anyways, going back to the Paskwa Yaqui Festival of the Arts, the last one did have a deer dancer, but it's more of a dark black silhouette of a deer dancer. And all of these images, they're all photographs that I have taken or I have seen or someone's gave to me. So they're actual people, deer dancers, or actual places that I paint. So those are the 3 paintings I had for the festival. I took them to the festival. First time ever doing a festival and selling my artwork in that type of environment. I learned a lot of things. First thing is to go early. I got a really bad spot at the festival. I thought I was going to be there early, but I got a really bad spot. I was off to the side, not off to the main area where people were walking. Second thing I learned, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, more work than I thought. I took like 3 tables. I took my canopy. I took the black, what are they called? Covers? Table covers, 3 of those. I took my mobile speaker, so I can listen to tunes. I took a Jackery. It's a portable powered battery. Of course, I took my dolly. I took a lot of some food, some snacks, some water, Red Bull. I took some sunblock. I was prepared. It was really hot that day. Some water, big jug of water. So yeah, it was a really good experience. And I learned a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of work. So I was exhausted. I didn't even have time. I was going to go live on either the podcast on Facebook Live or either on my community page, Yaqui community page, go live on that page. But I was just so busy, and it was just myself. My son and his fiance did show up a little bit later, but then I was tired. I was just kicking back, enjoying my day, meeting people, talking to people. I talked to some fans of the podcast, and I did have my podcast QR code, and I was giving away stickers and letting people know, hey, come on down, listen to the podcast. This is the first Yaqui Indigenous podcast. A lot of great guests. And thank you to Monica hope you're listening, Monica from California. She bought my painting, one of them. And another young lady, she was a fan of the podcast. I'm very bad with names, but thank you for saying hello. And thank you for everyone that scanned the QR code. And hopefully you're listening to the podcast and you're enjoying. Make sure you check out the past episodes and our guests on there. Amazing. Hopefully we have a lot more guests coming up soon. I feel like I'm always saying that, but I'm always hard to schedule with my busy schedule. So hopefully we can get those going soon in 2023. And yeah, bring you some more great episodes. Let's see. We've been walking for about 13 minutes. Kind of slow pace today. So I gave away free stickers, sold a couple paintings. I showcased some of my work that wasn't for sale, some of my older paintings. People wanted to buy them, but I was like, no, these are just These are just for display. I mean, so at the end of the day, I stayed. I was surprised. I wasn't gonna stay all day, but I stayed pretty much till the end. Packed up, went home. I felt pretty good, But the next day, I really felt the tiredness. I was pretty tired and needed a day or two to recover. But overall, it was a good experience. I'm definitely going to do it again. The Festival of the Arts next year. But I'm going to plan a lot better. I'm going to get there a lot earlier. I'm going to have more paintings, at least, maybe a dozen. Also different sizes, various prices. I had no idea what to charge for paintings. I think I sold them for 25, 30, 40 bucks. And I think that was kind of cheap, but that's okay. I enjoyed the experience. Also, I met a lot of friends. They said you should be selling your photography, prints. So I'm going to look into that and do a lot of the photography that I do, sunsets around Tucson. I'm probably looking to getting those as prints and selling them as well. So that would be kind of neat, kind of exciting to do and bring to festivals and sell them, markets and stuff like that. So I might do a few more in and around Tucson area, Southern Arizona. That'd be neat because I love being outdoors. I love meeting people. I love talking to people. I like art. I like photography. I like going to festivals. So it has all the ingredients that I like to do. So, and if I'm there, I get to just kick back. If I sell some paintings, artwork, some prints, that's even better. It'll pay for the supplies. It'll pay for the gas. And I can get some more stuff. Let's see. What else do we have to update? Let's see. So, I wish it was quieter out here, but it's not that quiet. But you can hear some jets flying by. A-10s. We're close to the Davis Mountain Air Force Base, which is really cool. Let's see, really busy. I'm trying to expand my YouTube channel and get subscribers to the business channel. I'm up to like 75, so I'm spending a lot of time with that content creation for that channel, YouTube. But I also have my YouTube channel, the Yaki Vegan, and that's where I do mostly. That's where I'm gonna put the podcast YouTube episodes when I start creating them. They're going to be on that channel, the Yaki Vegan, on YouTube. So they're going to be on there. The other channel is strictly for business, DJ production purposes and related content for that. So I have 2 YouTube channels and I'm trying to expand those a little bit more. And hopefully in 2023. In 2023, they'll grow and I'll get more subscribers. So that's a goal of mine. So hopefully in the next couple episodes of the podcast, they're going to start integrating them or merging them into video podcasts or have episodes available on YouTube as well as audio podcasts. So I'm working on that, but between business, personal business, and also work here at the tribe. We're doing a lot of content creation here at the tribe as well with our department here, training and development. Actually, I just got back from doing some content creation and videos and recording audios, voiceovers. I'm going to do a lot of content creation this year for the tribe, so I'm just super busy, so it's really good. It feels good. So let's see, I'm on my 3rd lap on walk here. I'm at 20 minutes almost. Wow, I'm at a slow pace today. So I think I've been speaking for about 20 minutes. Maybe I should do one more lap. I don't, let's see, any more updates. Oh, Patreon. Shout out to my Patreon subscribers. You know who you are of the podcast. So I am going to be doing more episodes that are only available to Patreon subscribers. So they get those little extra little tidbits, those little nuggets of different episodes or episodes that are only made for Patreon subscribers or extended episodes. So I'm going to start venturing off into that. So if you want to join Patreon, there should be a link below in the comments. And it's not a lot. Like a tier 1 is like a couple bucks, just helps me keep the podcast going with, whatever little supplies I need, microphones, things like that. So, yeah. So if you want to subscribe to Patreon, here's some extra content or exclusive episodes. Just I'll leave the link down below in the comment area. You can subscribe to Patreon, help us out, help grow the podcast, and also help grow the YouTube channel. All right. I think that's all. I don't have any other news. Let's see, any other guests coming up? Oh, Clubhouse. I'm still on the Clubhouse app. I'm pretty active there. I get a lot of content information, guests. I meet a lot of people there. It's a really great app. I'm on there daily speaking to people from actually all over the U.S., world, other tribal nations. We're on there speaking to people about different things. The hot topic right now is open AI or artificial intelligence. It's hitting the world, the community, content creators, trainers, everyone. If you haven't heard on it about OpenAI, GPT-3, ChatGPT-3. Let's see who else is using OpenAI. Microsoft. Let's see. A lot of OpenAI is being used out there to create content, social media, podcasts. So if you haven't heard about OpenAI, don't sleep on it. It's a good opportunity to check out what it can do for you and how it can help you in your business, education, work, social media, post. It's really helpful. I use ChatGPT to create content and help me with inspiration and motivation. Try it. It's really nice. They just came out with a paid version subscription. I think it's $20 a month, which is well worth it, I think. Free versions are you.com, you.com. And also Microsoft Bing is coming out with their own version as of today, February 8th. It hasn't been released, but you can get on the waiting list for that. So OpenAI is really cool. It's being used by a lot of platforms, a lot of software companies are using it. And it's just expanding. Like every day I open up the news or go to Clubhouse and there's always something new tech going on or new announcements. So yeah, so that's going to end it there. Check out OpenAI tools, you.com. Check out Bing.com. They have chat. Chat. OpenAI with chat. You're actually talking to an artificial intelligence robot, I guess, to put it easy to understand, and you're having conversations with it. You can ask it whatever you want. I really like ChatGPT, their chat. OpenAI, I really like them because you can actually the chat, the OpenAI, the robot, or I guess robot, actually talks to you and it's learning. You can have a conversation with it, so it's really cool. It learns from your prompts and your content, whatever you're putting into the chat, I guess, OpenAI engine. But yeah, that's it. Check out OpenAI. If you find it useful, let me know in the comments. So I'm going to finish up my last lap. I only got about 3/4 left. You can probably hear me at my my voice a little bit, getting a little bit, breathing harder. I gotta take off this jacket. So yeah, thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm sorry it's taking so long in between to get these episodes up. I really don't have a lot of time, but that's not an excuse. I gotta make a schedule, but I'll be getting more content out to everyone soon and more guests. So thank you again for listening. And don't forget that health is wealth, and I am walking a mile every day. And I got a compliment today. Say, Pete, you don't look like you're 55. You look young. You look like 10 years younger. You look like 45. It made me feel good. So, yeah, don't forget, health is wealth. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Don't you even know how to be a real Indian? I guess not.